This is genius.
This is Joe Rogan, and you're listening to The Gritty Bowman.
I've never seen so many mullets in my life.
No, it's just about feeling good.
You had more chins than a Chinese phone book for a while.
Man.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. I mean, he said, Goonies never say die. We're going.
We got this.
All right.
I was pulling the trigger, but the safety was on.
I just Randy Black Eagle.
That's it. Boom.
That's my.
That's how we roll. Just drop the mic and walk away.
I mean, you could drop this into a river and leave it there, and be fine, and come back and get that.
You're a babe in the woods, a young pup.
Total babe, dude.
Young pup.
You're a babe.
Probably.
That's not what I meant.
Garrett, you're a babe. you can quote Brian on that one.
All right, folks, welcome to the Gritty Bowman podcast. We are here in Utah at Snowbird Total Archery Challenge, shooting our bows, and Dark Energy, the charger, what do you call it? Personal charging device, or like
Dark Energy, yeah, we make hunting tech, and one of the first categories that we really wanted to focus really hard into was portable power. Right.
Okay.
And so one of the first products was Poseidon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Aaron talked about you guys a while ago on an earlier podcast, saying, we've talked about chargers for a long time. Before we get into that, I want to do some introductions here. I'm here with Cody Brigham. Got it. Cody Brigham.
Got it's up here.
And Garrett Ida-san.
There it is.
It turns out we both were missionaries in Japan, which was a cool coincidence.
Yeah.
I there in Japan 50 years ago, and Ida, you were there.
I was there, 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're still a young babe. You're a babe. You're a babe in the woods, a young pup.
Total babe, dude.
Young pup.
You're a babe.
Probably.
That's not what I meant. Exactly.
That's what Zach Griffith said.
You can quote Brian on that one. Garrett, you're a babe.
Nice. That's in your journal tonight.
That's
So-
social media later.
That's right. So, yes, Aaron got a hold of your chargers, started using it, reported back. He's like, this is legit. In the beginning, I have used these chargers, the Anchor primarily, for all my backcountry stuff, especially like to duct tape that giant one to like my monopod or something where I had my GoPro running, and my GoPro run like 6 or 7 hours, and I don't have to switch batteries, just running the cable to it.
That was the massive one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a big one. And then I had some smaller sizes too. But what would happen was where it really shined was like in a tree stand or something, or in a blind. If I had good light, then I could just set it up and just let it run 6 hours, because I never know when the deer might come or might go, and I don't have enough. I can't film them by myself, right? So I could just hook that beast up, run the cord to it, and run it for hours. My problem is every time I bought an Anchor, it would crap out on me. I think I bought 5 total in about a year, and I think I had one that kind of stayed with me the whole time, but the other ones would just a month or two in, they just would stop charging all of a sudden. So that was frustrating. Aaron nicknamed them the Anchor, as in instead of ANKER, became like the anchor weight. Like,
how do you spell that one?
Heavy like an anchor.
I think it's ANCHOR, right?
Right.
Like boat anchor, because it becomes an anchor once it's not useful anymore, and you have to pack it out of the backcountry.
Just throw it overboard, man.
There you go. No, don't do that.
I can't do that. It's like
litter,
right.
It's just not good for the environment.
I meant figuratively. So.
I wanted to. I want to chuck it at somebody at anchor, but we had some problems. Aaron recommended Nutrient, and then he's had some problems with those as well. Anyway, he got into the Dark Energy thing, and one of the things that is a huge reason we like supporting, a company like you guys is you embrace hunting.
Absolutely.
And that's something that some of the other companies, I don't know for sure, but they're not targeting the hunting industry. They're not building products for the hunting industry specifically. And so it's kind of cool that this is something that you guys have focused on.
Yeah, and that was a big thing that we saw. It was they weren't well suited for hunting, for the rigors of hunting, from a size, from a weight, from a capacity viewpoint, durability-wise. You drop it once and these things would crap out on you.
Yeah.
Or they wouldn't be able to hold a charge for very long. And, from hunt to hunt, that could be months apart or year apart, depending on what you like to do. And, this thing has to be able to stand the test of time as well as whatever comes at you when you're out in the back country or in the field or in the blind or wherever you're hunting. And so all those things in mind, we designed Poseidon.
So who's behind the design?
That would be me.
I helped a little bit, some of the finer details.
Yeah. Yeah, my background is in mechanical engineering, so product development was my specialty.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what makes your charger different?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons why it's different. Now, for one thing, this device right here, which is Poseidon, right? Mm-hmm. This is the device, and it's a portable charger. And, just briefly, just so you kind of can get an intro to it if you've never seen this before, this device will give you, depending on what you're charging, it's designed to be roughly about a week of power. And so that's, for smartphones, for example, that's anywhere from 3 from your big phones like mine, about, just over 3 charges to up to 6 charges. And so that's kind of where that weak statistic comes from. Or, a GoPro, roughly, depending on which GoPro you have, roughly 7 charges. And so this guy right here is powerhouse, but, we needed it to be compact. It needed to be lightweight.
Yeah.
And so this is about 9 ounces right here.
Yeah, it's super light. Like I've got one here. I've been checking it out too. It's super light. It's compact.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones feel like a big brick. This doesn't feel like a brick.
Yeah, exactly. Can't weigh you down, right? Otherwise, you're not going to want to bring it with you. And if you're backpacking a lot of stuff in, then, that weight is going to be prohibitive. And so, it had to be lightweight. But what's something that's amazing is while having all that power, you also have, and still lightweight, you have the durability that is just out of this world. For those who know, it's IP68, which is the maximum in the IP standard for water protection and dust protection. So waterproof, dust-proof. And so that means you can submerge this guy. And so you open up these caps right here, and that exposes the ports inside. You have 2 ports, a high power port and a standard power port. And then also that light for, whatever you...
Oh, I see. 2.4 amps and then 1 amp.
Exactly, yeah. So, you could put up a high-power device like, an iPad or something like that, and then use a smaller port for something smaller like a GoPro, for example.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And so this guy...
but it's waterproof. If the cap's down, it can get rained on. Yeah. It can go underwater.
Yeah, it can go. You could drop this into a river and leave it there and be fine and come back and get that, But we've also done a few special things on the inside as well, and so it's also water resistant on the inside. Mm-hmm. And so if you're in a freak storm or humidity or whatever it might be, and then it's designed to be able to charge even while raining and whatnot, whatever comes your way, and be fine. And so that's the water protection. That's awesome. Cody, maybe you could talk a little bit about drop testing, things like that.
Yeah. So we've had some fun drop testing these. We've done, and you've probably seen some of the videos, but we've done 100-foot drop tests off of cliffs, up some of the canyons here in Utah. GearJunkie.com, they did 70 feet onto concrete and just chucked it off a balcony and pulled it out charged with it. So we just had someone today came up to our booth here at Total Archery Challenge, and they said their little kid threw it off the balcony about 20 feet, and they freaked out, but they went down there. It was fine, charged up with it. So still good to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what it's built for, right?
Yeah, so I mean, for hunting, you're going to see a lot of water. You're dealing with the elements out there. You're going to drop stuff. You're on rough terrain, and so to be able to deal with that and to have it withstand it, that's a really big focus for us.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, it's kind of fun, and hopefully this doesn't happen too often, right? But you could drive a car over this thing, and we've done that many times, and we've used it for target practice while shotgun shooting. And
Yep.
yeah, we should have brought that one. Should have brought that. Sorry.
We'll pretend it's this one.
Yeah. And blast them tons of times, and so impacts like that, they're built for durability, and yet while maintaining such a small size and the power and the lightweightness, it's just really superior and well designed for hunting.
Got it. Mm-hmm. So I can charge my GoPro like 6-7 times.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Or my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So how did this company? I mean, it seems like you guys just popped up overnight for me. Like I didn't see, anything. Yep. I mean, it's just all of a sudden, Aaron's like, "Yeah, this charger, it's awesome." Where from? Like, what happened?
Yeah, it's we are probably about a little bit less than a year old, and so we got started about this same time last year, right before hunting season. Big game hunting season here in Utah, and I mean, to be honest. Power has been an issue for me for several years. That's kind of where the idea came from.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, at first, the reason why it came about was I was out in the backcountry. I was in the Uintas. And originally, our devices were dying. We had a speaker. I was using GPS on my phone constantly. Mm-hmm. I mean, we were using phones to play music, too. Had a GoPro, so we had all these devices, and while we're out there, one by one, they die, and we're like, oh, well, there went that device, and there went that device, and, finally when the phones die, we're like, okay, there goes the music, and one by one, it was like, oh, okay, all these parts that we had planned for crapped out on us, and so we're like, man, I wish I just had something small that could charge all these different devices super simply,
right,
and then once I was done with it, just kind of pack it back up and be done. And I was like, wait a second, I'm an engineer. I know how to do this. And so that's kind of where it began. And for years we were honing in, okay, what technology is appropriate? How light does it need to be?
Right.
And what are the things that are most symbiotic? And that's how Poseidon came about.
Because there's a ton of chargers on the market.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a bunch of them out there. And yet, taking them in the backcountry, some of the ones I've gone on Amazon, I'm looking at the different reviews or REI and stuff. And there's a few that have creeped up in the last couple of years that seem to be fairly decent. But my experience has been they haven't worked well for me once I'm back there and once I'm using them. So this is going to be cool. I'm going to run it through the paces. Snyder's been doing it a bunch, using his, and it'll be cool to test it out. Put the gritty test on it.
There you go, man.
Yeah, Snyder called us up, or it was on the podcast. No, I think he called us up a couple days after we got him his initial ones, and he's like, "Yeah, I put it in the freezer last night. It was in the freezer all night, and then pulled it."
Those
are the Snyder tests.
That's how Snyder is, dude.
Yeah.
Like he puts the stuff through the paces.
It was in my toilet for a couple hours, and then he pulled it out.
I wouldn't put that past him. Okay, I wouldn't put
it
past him.
No, Aaron will test gear. He'll try to break it. So that's cool. Tell me a little bit about you guys. How many people are we dealing with at Dark Energy?
Right now, pretty small crew, lean and mean, and each person has an entire department,
like a role.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of responsibility for the size of our team, but we're about 5-6 people, and so we have your design and engineering, different parts of engineering.
How did this team come together?
Geez, just Providence,
Magic.
I guess. Yeah.
Are you guys like buddies, hunting buddies, or was this like from school or?
You know what? It's not really from school. We kind of just all came together. We were looking for the right talent, the right passions, and when those align, we're like, hey, this is our cause, and they're like, hey, I'm on board with that. Let's do this. And so everyone's really passionate. We got a really cohesive team.
Yeah.
And it's been great so far. Yeah.
So who are the outdoors guys at the company?
Geez, I mean, just about all of us.
Some capacity, yeah.
Yeah, we have like a different
Mix.
Some people are a little bit more on the rifle side. Some people archery side. Some like really outdoorsy guys, and but all of us are kind of like very outdoorsy to begin with, and just about all of us hunt. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what our mix is. But
So
anything else you want to add?
how long have you been hunting? Like, is this something you grew up with, or something you got introduced to? Like,
No. Why don't you go first? And I'll
Yeah, so I grew up hunting with my dad. So I'm from Reno, Nevada. And just, basically grew up outside. We actually didn't have a TV in our house till I was 18 or so. So I just was outside all the time.
like no TV?
No TV, yeah.
Wow,
So I'd read books and then
that's a
just,
special childhood right there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Huh?
Cody's a special guy.
Like, you're Amish. I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, I served an Amish mission. You know what I'm saying? No, so yeah, just grew up outside, and my grandfather on my dad's side hunted quite a bit, growing up with him, and then my dad just passed that along, and so I was doing hunting fish since I was young, and grew up in my youth, deer hunts and duck hunting all the time. We'd go out and fish a lot, so that was definitely something that was a big part of my life and kind of my family tradition for us.
Ida.
I am the opposite to Cody. Yeah.
He kind of throws up. Like, if he sees blood, he gets sick. And he likes petting zoos.
That's man. When
You're soft?
When you're deboning something, that's like, I don't know. For me, that's like the best part. I don't know why.
That's great.
Maybe I'm just twisted, but
that's not right.
I don't know what it is. But I'm just,
Should probably see a therapist.
Yeah. Why don't you book that one for me, Cody? So I was born back east, so Pennsylvania, Ohio, and then we moved overseas with my dad's work, not military, just a corporate guy, and we went to the Philippines, Japan, and then moved to Utah. And when I came to Utah is where I found hunting, archery, and all that. And so honestly, just had some friends, and I was like, man, that's awesome. I want to try that. And so got into it, got hooked, and one thing led to another, and I was like, hey, this is what I want to do with my time all the time. And so that's kind of where dark energy and especially making technology for hunting came from.
Where's your favorite place to hunt?
Utah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love big game hunting, mountain hunting. But man, I still love to shoot, and the duck hunting. He's done a ton more duck hunting than I have, but man, I don't know what it is, but I love that too. Something about,
dude. There's something about I don't know, duck hunting, sitting in ambush for an animal. It's like a tree stand. There's something cool about sitting in ambush. I like spot and stalk too, but when they come in close.
You're sitting there, you hear them coming.
It's not big game hunting though.
Yeah.
I don't do as much of it as duck hunting and stuff as much as I did years ago. Just because if I can, I'm always going to try to be out big game hunting most of the time.
Yeah, and that's us too. But I mean, I don't know. It's something. I mean, that time of the season, getting out, it's fun. It's freezing in Utah. It is so cold, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's good.
So how is the company growing so far? Like,
man, it's been a race so far. we re-released Poseidon, and we've released a few accessories, some supporting things coming out. We have a few products in the pipeline, and that's really exciting. And there's some things we can't say about that. A lot we can't say about it, but it's been fast. This year is been really exciting. We had our shows early in the year, and those were awesome for us. Hunting season has been going crazy. End of the year is always wild, and so it's been a really good year. Next year should be massive, and so we've had a lot of love from people who have been using Poseidon, some of our other products, and have liked it, and we always really appreciate that. We love hearing from people who have liked the products, even people who haven't, because we're dedicated to making products that work. Yeah. Frankly, they're good in the outdoors, and so we love hearing from people.
Something that's cool is your cable. Show us that and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so the cable, we wanted to do something different. We were looking at a lot of different designs. And
can you zoom in on that, Brent? You can walk over there.
Kind of do some magic stuff here.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, so the cable, we knew we wanted some awesome accessories with the Poseidon. So, you feel like you're getting more in the package, but there are also things that benefit the experience and that contribute to the quality of the product. And so we knew we were going to have a cable in there, and a lot of the chargers, they'll come with some dinky little micro USB cable, just to charge up your device. But we wanted to do something different. And so we did a lot with our team, a lot of strategizing, product development to see how can we make the traditional cable better, and especially how can we target that towards hunting, towards the outdoors. And so many guys, I think Aaron, the first time we met him, was wearing one or two paracord bracelets. Everyone loves paracord, and there's so many uses there in the backcountry. So we were just brainstorming and figured we could wrap that, and that could add to the strength of the cable, adds to the versatility, but also make it look really cool, and people really like that.
Well, one thing I had a cord earlier that you guys saw that is, what's that? Yeah. We have a cable earlier that we were using that seems like, I don't know why, but backpacking and getting out in the country, it's like they always seem to break right at the end, and especially when my brother's borrowing it, because he's hard on stuff. Like, he's always breaking my stuff.
I heard he just broke a camera or something.
He did. He
too,
broke.
So.
Well, I think that's his camera.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 cameras. 2 are mine. 1 is his. And I'm pretty sure the one that broke is his. I mean, it's tough. That's tough.
That's rough.
If you check, I think there's some things I can do that'll prove that they're mine. Because I take care of my stuff.
Right.
But
like
there's other people that struggle with that, like my brother. Anyway, the cable.
He's shoving you under the bus, man.
The cable is nice though. Like it's got that durability to it. Aaron talked about it adding a little extra weight, so he may or may not, use it for something because he's like ultra, can be sometimes lightweight Nazi.
Right.
But I was just using it earlier. I love the fact that it's durable. Like I can throw it in my bag and I don't have to worry about it. And the one that I've got right now, it's got a short. Now I got to move it around to get it to work. Drives me crazy.
Yeah. No, it's tough. There's a time and a place for different types of cables you got, right? The one that we have that comes with each Poseidon is awesome, and it's super versatile, and the length is well attuned to the most times when you'd want to use a cable, and so there's a lot of thought that's gone into this guy, but there is the weight issue, right? And for the people who are the ultralights, right?
Yeah.
For that breed, we have some solutions that are going to be coming out, and so
intriguing.
Don't say any more, Gary.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I can say.
Just stop.
But yeah, for that too. So I mean, for those people, we have you keeping you in mind.
what else? What other accessories do you guys have for
Poseidon charging and whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
Cody?
Yeah.
Got a few right here, actually.
Yeah, so the Poseidon itself, so you get what's inside the box. So
you got that, Brent?
Yeah, there's the box here.
It's a pretty handy. You can tilt that camera too.
Brett. So the Poseidon, this is the packaging box it comes in. And what we did, like we said, we added in some cool accessories and some useful accessories. So you've got the Poseidon itself that comes in every box, obviously. And then from there, we built in a strap and carabiner latching system. So it's got this little nylon strap, the carabiner, and you'll clip this in. You can clip onto your pack, onto a belt loop, anything like that. Something that we do a lot on camping trips, hunting trips. We'll just latch it on top of the tent and then flip the light on. So we've got a little tent light. I'll just blind you there. So you clip that up.
Yeah, it's got a little LED
awesome
flashlight
tent. You're in
coming off of it.
You're in the tent, you're reading, you're playing cards, just talking, and it's got an auto shut off just in case you forget to turn that off. But the carabiner's very solid. So that's steel. It's a locking carabiner, and then comes with that strap, and then you have that cable, which is also waterproof, which we didn't talk about. So
very cool. I like the flashlight.
Yeah,
it's a nice light.
It's extremely handy. A lot of the guys that were kind of involved with, hey, we need this aspect and this aspect and this aspect covered of the product when we were in product development. That one kept coming up. Hey, it doesn't have to be,
5 million lumens
a massive beam, but I want something that's just going to illuminate a nice, square footage around me, and but also be compact and not make it too big. And so that's great, especially around the tent and finding things.
Do you know how many hours that flashlight will run?
I don't know off the top of my head.
We did some tests in the office. It'll depend on conditions and what's going on, but we did test, and I mean, basically that'll run for over a month is kind of what we calculated out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, it's
very low draw on it.
Yeah, and it's made to be efficient. If you want to use the light and you're worried about draining the battery, don't be, because it's gonna barely take any power at all.
Well, this is cool, guys. I'm really excited. I'm excited to get out and use it. And if a guy has a couple of GoPros, a smartphone, and wants to hit the hills for 7-day hunt, should he bring one or two?
I hate to give this answer, but it kind of depends on how he's going to use it. Okay, if he's going to hit the hills for a week, and he's your typical guy, and he wants to take some shots of some sheds he's hitting, or
record video.
Yeah, record some video.
Maybe
listen
post
to some music.
it to social media.
Yeah, if you've got reception, some posts and whatnot. One is going to be good for your typical guy. If you're super heavy with it, and you're maybe a gritty bowman, and you're really heavy on your tech, then 2 is probably going to be
solid.
That's going to be a ton of power. If you're going to be, I don't know, if you're going to be sheep hunting and you're going to be out for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you'd probably want to. I mean, hey, you're probably going to be without service, and and so we recommend 1 per week is your typical recommendation.
Got it.
Yeah, and if you're running really heavy on them, then take that into account as well.
Those solar chargers seem to be popular at times. You read about backpacking magazines, and Aaron and I have talked about it before. But the thing with these is I don't have to worry about sun or just charging it, or I just have my power and I'm good to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the solar panels and all that still takes up space and is weight. And I'm just curious, is that something you guys might look into down the road, or some solar charging
Don't tell 'em,
capability,
Gary.
or
Don't tell him.
Yeah, I've already given you too much.
just curious? I
He's
mean,
a spy.
Yeah, there's absolutely there's a place for solar.
yeah,
To
done
be,
right.
To be honest, yeah, but that's the thing. Too many people they're just missing the mark. They think, oh, because it's cool, solar, and it's a really cool idea.
Oh, dude, in
Like,
theory, you're
all of a
like
sudden
magic.
Yeah.
Sun's out, dude, everything's good, and then you get one and it doesn't work how you want.
Yeah, and it's incredibly impractical. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to charge up, something the size of Poseidon, and it takes 4 or 5 days to charge. That's like in heavy sunlight. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I don't know about you, but I've never hunted in like perfect conditions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for us, if you're hunting for less than maybe 2.5 weeks, a battery solution is typically going to be better for you. When you get over that, then you can start to introduce things like a solar panel, because that's something that, and it has to be a really good one too.
2.5 weeks. What happened is you're on a stranded island, or you got injured. Like I mean, it's sort of like
Some guys do,
Yeah, no,
some
no,
guys
it's
do.
true.
They just like live out there, and
It's true.
so
no, it is cool to be off grid like that, but to have power, and so a solar thing would be, I could see being for those extended. But but yeah, most of my stuff is 14 days, and a battery just seems to be the ideal way to keep everything running.
yeah. And the reason why that is, and Cody could attest to this as well. Most solar panels are really, really inefficient. I mean, if you're buying this thing for cheap, then you should kind of start to put 2 and 2 together that this solar panel is probably not going to be that efficient for you.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to leave it out all day in direct sunlight in order to charge up, a tiny little battery, And so that means you just brought this huge solar panel out that had the space and the weight, when in reality you could have used a battery, because you're just not going to be out for that long. It's just not going to be practical to bring that panel with you.
Yeah.
And so, but the panels are totally useful in the right situation. But if you're in, short term, battery's better for you.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything you want to tell folks before we wrap up? Like,
Gritty bowmen, they're the best, aren't they, man? They're just
Follow
they're
on
so
Snapchat.
massive.
bam!
on
I started
Snapchat.
Snapchat
They
yesterday.
started Snapchat yesterday, and you got to get on it. It's going to be great.
Oh, dude, I've
Follow me
got
too, if you
Aaron's like giving me crap, but it seems like it's actually really handy. Like I can quickly just say, "This is what's going on." This is especially like when I'm editing. Yeah. There's so much stuff I want to share real quick, like on a film or a little snippet of something that somebody said that I'd love to like show behind the scenes, but it's kind of it's not quick and easy, convenient. But the Snapchat deal seems really easy to do that. So, still, dude, I'm confused. Like I get in there and I'm like, what button, what? But I'll figure it out.
Oh man,
I figured it out. The only constant is change.
There you go.
So you just kind of always need to be ready to adapt and try new things. And I'm like, dude, I'll do Snapchat. You bet.
Snap it up.
I'll try it. I love Instagram. At first I was like anti-Instagram. I'm like, man, anti-YouTube. Now it's like I love sharing all stuff on there. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and your Snapchat, if you stick with Snapchat, I'll be one of your most loyal, because and I have
Carrots
a lot
on
of
it all day.
I have a lot of not all day, but I get on and I check it out. I'm not one of those people who goes through every one of my friends. I usually just kind of scroll through and find the people whose like lives I'm actually interested in.
Matter.
And for those watching this who are of the friends who I don't watch your Snapchats, I'm sorry.
You never watch my snaps.
No, I'll watch your snaps. Getting in trouble now, but
it's cool.
I'm going to tune in. I'm going to tune into Gritty Bowman, man, all the time.
Yeah, I've been checking out some of the other guys, and I'm like, oh, that's neat. I didn't know that was there. So
yeah,
my brother had Snapchat a few years ago, and I was like, this is stupid. So, and my sisters and all that. So, but yeah, I'm trying it out.
Glad you're jumping on.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is just my name, pretty simple. Garrett, Garrett, Ida, Aida.
Okay.
It's kind of an unusual. It's a Japanese last name for those listening. Aida.
What's your favorite Japanese food?
This probably might surprise some people, but real Japanese ramen is the best. It's the best.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah, and anyway, there's a great new place that just opened up in Salt Lake City that's like pretty authentic.
Really?
Yeah, you should check it out. It's good. I'll take you.
All right. We got to talk about that. I love real ramen, but it's hard to find.
Oh, yeah, it's super hard to find.
Like in Japan at the train station in the morning, when it's freezing cold outside and you go get some ramen. At some corner vendor, it was legit.
Oh, it's life-changing. Like the legit stuff, I mean, it's not like a little plastic package, you know what I mean? It's like big fat pieces of meat and just these
sushi
noodles and everything.
I love sushi, man.
Yeah?
Yep, all of it. Except for
sushi.
uni. Uni's disgusting.
Really?
Dude, it's nasty. I cannot do. I don't know what it is. It's like some juice shoots out of it and just has a bad flavor. I'm like,
for those listening who don't know what uni is, it's a sea urchin.
Yeah.
And so
it's not meant to be eaten, dude. You see those things, the spikes coming off of it?
Yeah, you gotta like dig it out of the middle,
It just feels, it's something about it. I put it in my mouth.
I've had fresh. Oh, sorry, I just hit the
fresh, and I don't know. I can't do it. And I eat all of it. I pretty much love all sushi, just about. But yeah,
my mic's screwed up now.
No, it's good.
Great.
Yeah, I got some uni stories for you, dude. They're wild.
Uni.
I'll tell you
stories.
after this. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
And so that's cool.
Yeah.
And then what's Dark Energies? What do you guys? Is it just Dark Energy?
Instagram. Dark Energy Tech.
Dark Energy Tech.
TECH. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Dark Energy Tech, and they can find you on Instagram or Facebook.
Facebook, Instagram,
Okay.
Twitter, everything.
No Snapchat yet.
We don't have a Snapchat, but I guess
We're inspired by your recent,
yeah. Well,
your recent
We started hanging
explorations.
out with Casey Levere and Eric Chesser and Mountain Ops, which are selfie kings. It's sort of like you get a little sucked into that.
Yeah,
a
you
little
do.
bit.
You do.
But it's fun. They're fun guys. It's fun to just kind of hang out and not take yourselves too seriously.
Yeah, it's been fun chilling with the guys this past couple days here at Total Archery Challenge. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been cool. Yeah, they're funny. But you know what? Hey, we were waiting for Gritty Bowmen to jump on the Snapchat. Well, now that you have,
Yeah.
Now we can do
Dark
it.
Energy, dude.
Sweet.
That's what we're gonna do, man.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna
Oh, and bring them. How can people get a hold of you?
So my phone number is. I have.
Are you
Tinder.
single?
I have Tinder.
Are you married?
As well. So I'm single. Yes.
eHarmony, I heard, works really well.
eHarmony. I'm on farmersonly.com as well.
huntersonly.com. That is another one.
We got to start that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a little dating site for hunters and
Nice.
huntresses.
Nice.
No, my Instagram's Cody Brigham, spelled Bringham.
Got it.
Yep.
Easy.
Easy.
Cody with a C?
Yep.
Got it.
No Japanese. Yeah, that's good.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on the podcast. Stay gritty.
Appreciate it.
Stay gritty.
Thanks a lot, man.
Okay, gritty friends, I hope you enjoyed that podcast. If you did, please take a moment to leave us a review on iTunes, Podbean, or Stitcher. We love reading your reviews. And connect with us on social media if you're on there. Look us up on Facebook and Instagram, and take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can receive notifications when we upload new videos. We've got a sweet deal with Mountain Ops. You get 20% off on all Mountain Ops supplements, combo packs, and apparel when you type in the word gritty at checkout. If you're a hardcore elk hunter, or you want to be, go to the Elk 101 website online and check them out. Our friend Corey Jacobson is killing it with some of the best elk hunting information and entertainment on the web. Alright friends, let me leave you with one other quote from Theodore Roosevelt, who said, "It behooves every man to remember that the work of the critic is of altogether secondary importance, and that, in the end, progress is accomplished by the man who does things." We all have a choice. We can be people who do things, or people who criticize the work of others. It's pretty simple, really. Get out there and do your thing. Good luck on your hunts and stay gritty.
This is Ty Stubblefield, and you're listening to the Gritty Bowman.
Gritty Bowman.